We answering
I
that
love
call.
it. For you, love life is no. I don't think I've ever heard you talk about going on a date,
No.
anything. So your love life, you don't have no ideas
I
for
don't have
marriage.
no aspirations for that. I don't. Like, I don't have any aspirations for, like, a romantic love. Like, I want a nice meal. I want to have a nice meal. I want to go to sleep. And then I want you to leave. I want you to leave. I want you to go back to wherever you came from.
All right, what's good, y'all? Welcome back. So, I was gonna wait till I had my perfect setup and everything done, but I gotta wait a couple days. So, I was missing y'all too much, so I had to go ahead and post something. So yeah, today I wanted to talk about this dude. So he was talking to KEKE Palmer on When I Heard New podcast. So it's titled Law Roach Shares While He Has No Aspiration to Find Love. I want a nice meal, smash, and go to sleep. Alright, so I'm gonna watch this video, get my reaction. Let's go.
I can't stand that. I hate it. I hate it. If I look down and your phone is on Do Not Disturb, I don't even want to talk to you no more.
Oof,
It's like,
they're done like that.
in a way, because it's like, I just can't understand the person that wants to put their phone on Do Not Disturb at 9 p.m. and don't take it off to 9 a.m., especially if you're in LA. I'm like, it's already noon in New York.
I do think that the work ethic could pick up a bit more.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Don't
do think,
that.
you know what I mean? I do think that. But
Don't
look,
do
you're
that.
talking to a workaholic at this point. You know
Right,
what I
but
mean?
you
Like,
can't also say that you want to be me, or you want to have the career I have or the lifestyle I have, and then put your phone on Do Not Disturb. I don't even know how to do that. I never learned. And I don't care to. Call me any I'm answering. People be calling me like, you up? Yes. I'm
oh
up.
my gosh, you
What's
sound
up?
like Sharon.
Don't put your phone on.
I don't even think my mom sleeps.
What you
She'd
want
be
to talk
like,
about?
hello?
And I definitely answer all the numbers I don't know.
Oh my God.
People like, I don't know that number. Oh, I'm answering that.
That's when your exes call?
No, that might be some money. We answering
I
that
love
call.
it. For you, love life is no. I don't think I've ever heard you talk about going on a date,
No.
anything. So your love life, you don't have no ideas
I
for
don't have
marriage.
no aspirations for that. I don't. Like, I don't have any aspirations for, like, a romantic love. Like, I want a nice meal. I want to have a nice meal. I want to go to sleep. And then I want you to leave. I want you to leave. I want you to go back to wherever you came from.
Whoopi Goldberg has my favorite quote. She's like, no, I don't want anybody in my house.
Same.
And I'm like, I do relate to that. Is that just like when you're like in love with what you do? Is that
I just
the thing? 'Cause I
never
feel
ever had I'll tell you a
so
story.
similar.
So my friend is crazy. One of my friends was crazy about love. He like, oh, I just can't wait to find my love or the love of my life so I could wake up with him and go to sleep
I don't even think my mom's
with him and call him. And he called me and we eat together and all that. And he was like, and I'm praying for you to find somebody else. I say, save your prayers for yourself. Don't pray that prayer for me. Don't pray that prayer for me. I don't want it. I don't want it.
I don't want it.
Save
Now
it
what
for
about
yourself.
kids? That neither.
No, I would have loved to have been a parent, but I just don't think now it makes sense for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
But that I don't want it.
You got plenty of daughters.
Yeah. Sleep with him and call him. He called me.
All right, so look, this is what I gotta say about this. All right, so a snapper did send me this. I see why y'all wanted me to react to it. All right, now I'm gonna just call a spade a spade. When people say what he just said, what they're basically saying is that nobody wants them, and they are tired of being rejected by the guys that they want, the guys that they that go after them, they don't be wanting. Which is very few to none. We are not born yesterday, okay? I'm not being judgmental or anything. I'm just calling spades a spade. I'm just calling a thing a thing. I'm speaking for the majority of this community and saying things that they are not really brave enough to say, okay? This is unfiltered content here on Say So TV, so you come in here to get the real opinion, not a sugar-coated, politically correct one. So, basically what he's saying is that nobody wants him because, you know, we all know that this look, this aesthetic, this kind of guy in our community usually ends up single simply because they are too animated. They are too, also, I can see what is not also being expressed. He's too wounded from all of his past trauma, especially when he was a kid. You can just tell, because you ain't had enough men to do you dirty enough for you to be that traumatized by men. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it 100. most gay men, most bi men are not attracted to this aesthetic of a guy because we are going for somebody who is a man. That's the point of being gay or bisexual. There's no point in dating somebody who looks and dresses just like a female and then be with them. And then y'all say, well, if you're bi, then why not? Well, because if I'm bi, that means I can just go get a real biological female. You feel me? So I'm just saying it. Don't be mad at the player, be mad at the game, okay? So what they do is after time goes on of being rejected so much and not getting what they want, and they kind of adapt to their surroundings and their environment and learn that, okay, these niggas not feeling me like that, so I'm gonna have to become okay with being by myself. Which is what any sane person should do. There's nothing wrong with the logic, but what's wrong is that you're capping. You're saying that you just don't want something because you've adapted to not wanting it because you know you're not gonna get it. And I'm gonna say this, there's no guarantee that you wouldn't have got it. There are guys that are far and few between that do like this kind of guy, but like I said, you may not even like him. So then it just goes back to the same point. So what I want y'all to do is stop playing tough guys, stop playing nonchalant, stop playing I don't care, stop playing unfuckwittable, because it's see-through. We can tell what's going on by just looking at you. Okay? So, you know, him saying he doesn't have aspirations for a relationship, he just wants somebody to come through, eat, you know, he wants to eat, smash, and, you know, he wants to be by himself. The reason why a lot of these guys in this community think like this, even if they're attractive or whatever, they all have different reasons. A lot of it could be, you know, the Peter Pan syndrome, scared of commitment, don't want to grow up. You know, gays want to make you like you're going to be young forever, you know. And so it's this whole fear of actual real commitment and relationships, because you have to deal with yourself in order to be open to wanting to be in a relationship. If you're running from yourself, if you're hiding behind the makeup and the hair and the animated personality and the negative personality, although he was smiling and shit, I could sense the negative spirit and the dark spirit all up in him. Because a lot of them carry the same energy. You know, if you've dealt or if you've seen enough of them, you know that they have a similar spirit going on. And yeah, basically, that's why the majority of the community operates that way. And he's kind of saying that he just folded to the community. Meaning, most guys just want to smash, don't want to do nothing else. So instead of him getting his heart broke, he wants to dilute his want for something real. Take that part out of him so that he doesn't feel the hurt and the pain anymore. It's a self-manipulation. It's like, train yourself to stop liking something if you know you're not going to get it, or if you know that it's going to be far and few in between, or the chances of you getting it is very low. If you can train yourself to stop wanting it, then you can, you know, you've hacked into a superpower this fake shit. You know what I'm saying? That's false. That's fake arrogance, okay? That's why y'all think that I'll be arrogant, because most of these guys is arrogant. I'm actually confident. So that's the reason why y'all be confused. But this is what arrogance is. It's a cloak to hide under, to hide your true self, your true feelings, and what you really want because of insecurities and etc. So this is an example of why a lot of y'all are getting played with in this community, because a lot of guys don't feel worthy. So when they don't feel worthy, regardless of if you think they're attractive, if you think they got something going on with themselves and they're a good catch, if they don't feel it, it won't matter what nobody else says. You know what I'm saying? So that's why there's this revolving door, because a lot of low self-esteem and unworthiness, and that's where it starts from. That's the root of it. All the other stuff is a you know, just a byproduct of it. You feel me? Now, as far as him saying about kids, I agree that me personally, I'm not tripping on having no kids until I'm past 40. Like 40 to 42 years old is like the best time for a kid to me, because I feel like that's the time when you can really just like raise a kid and give them your all, instead of trying to live your life and feeling robbed of your own life. And also, think about it. You have a kid at 40. By the time you are 58 is when you'll be done. You know what I'm saying? Done with it all. Done with retire. You should be getting ready to retire if you haven't, or you should have something going on by then that makes money for you. And you can be done with having, raising a kid and all of that. I know I used to be the same type that used to want to have a kid when everybody else my age was having kids in their 20s. But now, as we've gotten older and I see those people and their experiences and I talk to them, I'm living their dream life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not in no rush to go out and have no kids, and I'm glad that I didn't, because that's not what it's all cracked up to be, and this is not 2006. You know what I'm saying? It was different when, family and friends and, this world was more empathetic and loving and caring, but this world ain't shit no more. Like, it's got its still good side. It's not the worst time that we're living in, but this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't tripping on that, and I'm glad I made that decision. So I feel him on that, but as far as the whole relationship part, a lot of these, flamboyant guys that a lot of people don't want in this community, they all try to do this arrogant, oh, I don't want nobody, oh, I like being single, oh, y'all try to force relationships on people, oh, nobody wants you, okay? Let's just keep it a G. Let's keep it a stat. You feel me? So, let me know what y'all think. What I will say, just to give this kind of person of some type of positivity, I'm going to say this. Reevaluate yourself, what you really want, and understand what 2 + 2 is, or 1 + 1 is, and understand that if you actually do want a relationship with a guy, but you act just like a girl and look just like a girl, well, bi men don't have to date you because they can go get a real biological girl. There's way too many young females out here that's single, first of all. 2, the gay boy ain't gonna want you because he wants some that's masculine. And then 3, a straight boy not gonna want you because he ain't into he's not into men parts. So all this, y'all be trying to act like, oh, we don't prefer bi men, we want real masculinity, the real masculine ones that y'all talking about wouldn't want y'all anyway. So, you feel me? I just want to say that, but I will also say this: be yourself, because that is what you need to be accepted for. If a man ain't gonna accept you for being yourself, there's no point in trying to be like somebody else or putting on a front to act like you masculine or nothing, because that's not gonna serve nobody, and that means you're gonna lose yourself. And at least have yourself if you can't get nobody else. And I'm gonna say that one more time. If you can't get somebody else, at least have yourself. Be true to yourself. If nobody else gonna want you, at least you accept yourself for who you are, and you happy with who you are. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. But I am a real nigga, so I do, comprehend that we are human beings. We're not men of steel. So we do need human connection as humans. That's just a part of our nature. So if you want to try to make yourself be like this man of steel where you don't need anybody and all you can just be by yourself, and you don't, that's just what it is for you, well, you better really mean that, because if you don't mean that, it's going to be hard out here for you, bruh. Real talk. Because you ain't keeping it real. It's better to just be real with yourself and say, hey, I do need this. I'm not gonna sit here and act like, I'm too cool for school, or, act like I just got it like that, because at the end of the day, I'm still a human. So I would have respected that more, and then he was to say what he said, but with the whole acting like, oh, I don't want nobody, I don't need nobody, this whole independent wave, I ain't fucking with it, never will, because it's fake, and you're trying to make yourself something that you're actually not. You're trying to press yourself so far from your nature. And that's why I think a lot of the mental health issues go on with a lot of gay men, because they're constantly brainwashing themselves to cope. You know what I'm saying? When you have to keep distracting yourself or shutting something down or distracting yourself because you don't want to accept the truth or see something for what it is, that causes mental illness. All right? So I just want y'all to be aware that, your coping mechanisms and your ways to keep going, to be okay and not feel like shit, it could also make you worse off because you're diluting and you're being delusional. You're kind of delusionizing yourself. You feel me? So be careful of that. And but be yourself though. You feel me? A lot of the reason why I'm bringing Shane back and I'm happy about that, is because, regardless of what y'all say, is because you see how KeKe Palmer was saying, oh, I love that, huh? You don't need nobody. Ah, okay, you know what I'm saying? When people reaffirm them and give them validation for that punk ass mindset, it makes them feel like it's okay to be that way. The reason why I said in that video about the dude that went from being on About Him to being a porn star, and how, you know, nah, I wouldn't have made that nigga no water either, is because if y'all niggas think, the reason why y'all think it's okay to be hoes and to give yourself up to a nigga and let a nigga smash you the first time you meet him and all this other stuff, the reason why y'all think it's okay is because nobody's telling y'all that it's not. And y'all are still getting treated like the dude that's supposed to be wanting to be in a relationship. If you're a thought, why am I treating you like the boy that wants to be in a relationship? You don't deserve that. You think that you deserve to be treated like an equal because you think decency is just being like a human being. No, a human being is just a human being. You teach people how to treat you. People don't treat you a certain way just because you're a human. If that was the case, you know how, like, are y'all, like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? You set up the standard for how people treat you. You gauge your worth and make people buy it for that price. Otherwise, they don't get a taste. That's how you have to have the mindset of confidence, not, oh, I'm going to do what is allotted. This community ain't nothing. These niggas don't want to do nothing but smash, so I'm just going to participate and get smashed. No, a real dude that's healed, says, you know what, these niggas ain't nothing. All they trying to do is smash. I'm cool on that. I'm going to sit out of the game on a bench until a nigga come around who's worthy of my time and my attention. All right? Not, I'm going to go ahead and do this and then I expect to be treated like the boy that is trying to be in a relationship. No, that's not how this goes, bro. So, my point of telling y'all, or my point of saying I wouldn't have made that nigga no water is because I want these niggas to know and leave me feeling like shit. Like, oh, dang, like, another one bites the dust. Like, what's going on? Why am I so single still? I want them to feel like that because that's how you inflict change in this community. You don't get anything out of people telling you it's okay to jump off of a building. We'd all be gone if that was the case. If everybody was going around and say, oh, it's okay for you to jump off buildings, it's okay. Y'all gonna just do this shit because somebody said it was okay. The people normalize shit that turns y'all down to the wrong path, and because of that, y'all think it's okay because y'all not getting affected. You have to be affected by shit in order for you to see that this is wrong. If you touch a hot stove and you didn't get burnt by it, you'll be touching hot stoves until you're burnt by them. That's what I'm trying to say. So, mistaking my, care for judgment, maybe I am a little more pushy than y'all are used to because I'm a man, I'm a real dude. I'm not a politically correct punk or somebody trying to get clout. I'm just up here being real and I'm actually here to help people, not just to get my numbers up. So if that's what you want, there's other people for that shit. And you're going to be led down the wrong path just because it's cute and they're going to get views and they know that the majority of people is silly and simple-minded. And if you talk about anything real, you're going to lose shit. That's why they don't do the shit. And they sit up there and go, that's dope. You don't want nobody. You don't need nobody. I want to be like that too. Lying. Literally, she's literally in a domestic situation with a dude now that she keep going back and forth to because she won't love her damn self. Nobody's keeping it 100, and that's what y'all used to. And real quick, I just thought about it. Why does it matter if a dude put his phone on Do Not Disturb if all you trying to do is smash and then leave him alone? Like, do y'all not hear yourself? Y'all asking for the most respect to give the most little return. That doesn't make sense. All right, so yeah, let me know what y'all think about this one. Hit them comments up, like this video. Y'all know exactly what it is. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace.
No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say. No, I don't give a fuck about what anyone say.